All right, good Sunday, everybody. Good Sunday, man. I'm glad that you all could be a part of our podcast for veterans by veterans. You got me, Specialist Michael. We got Specialist P. Walton. We got Sergeant First Class Jamal Davis. And then we got our special guest this week, First Sergeant all the way from Alabama, Earnest Simmons.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, man.
Man, glad for you to
Welcome.
be with us, man. Glad for you to be with us.
I'm
But
proud to be here with you.
thank you, sir. But before we get going, I want us to do a moment of silence. We should have did it last week too, but we'll do it this week. One for Sergeant First Class Alfonso Nelson, and then number two, young kid from my hometown of Bainbridge, Georgia. His name was Matthew Sloan. Matthew died a couple weeks ago, and we're still trying to figure out what happened. But we'll do a quick moment of silence for those two individuals. All right, I want to thank everybody for that, and hopefully we'll be able to get Matthew Daddy Richard Sloan on sometime in the near future, and he can just kind of talk to us. So we'll be there to talk to him at any time. So fellas, how y'all doing this week, man? How was this week for y'all, man?
Oh man. It's kind of one of those for me, one of those 50-50 weeks. Is some good things, hanging out with family this week and everything, and then watching the news, seeing what's going on. It's kind of some just trying to understand what the heck is going on right now. So that's where I'm at.
Right, cause you a new uncle now, man.
Nah, I'm an old uncle, but my baby brother just had a son, so
okay. Congratulations.
add another one. So everybody looking at me like, where your kids at? I'm like,
Yeah. On the train. Choo, choo.
I think that ship has sailed over here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It ain't never too late, brother. It ain't never too late.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep on. I'm gonna hold on to that one. It's too late for me. I'm good.
You right, Davis. You right, Davis. Cut the train off, brother.
What about you, Sergeant Simmons?
Hey, I had a good week. We were spring break this week down here, with me with the school system. So we back at it tomorrow, but it's been a great week. And just slow motion. We'll ramp everything back up in the morning and see how it is with all the teachers coming back. And then next Monday, all the kids will come back. Well, those who gonna come back.
Right. Okay. Now you just I saw you were just out in Las Vegas and Los Angeles and
No, I don't know about all that. I was out there in Vegas from 26th anniversary. Just out there chilling.
Nice.
Okay.
I know all you got.
I said I know it done changed a lot since I've been out there.
It's still old Vegas.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never been. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Vegas.
David, you got to get out there. You right there in Atlanta. That's why I went. Go right there and get on your aircraft. We'll get you right down.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Walt? How was your week, man?
Man, slow and easy, man. A lot of family recovering from those tornadoes that hit us.
Yeah.
Up there in northern Prattville, around the Browntown, Old Kingston community up there. I don't know if First Sergeant know about that.
Yeah.
Got a lot of folks up that way.
Is they all right?
But everybody's doing good. Everybody in good health. Had some damage out there and whatnot.
It hit Glenn pretty hard, didn't it?
Yeah, it hit him pretty hard. And it was jumping around, That's the thing. It wasn't just a path it was on. It was jumping, going from spot to spot in each county to county. So, yeah, it was like unpredictable. But that and tell you the truth, staying away from the news for a minute, because I'm still sore about some things, man. That's why I said I had to take it slow and easy. and just keep my mouth shut for a while so I can think, because some stuff really had me going, but my PTSD acting up. But yeah,
Don't need
straight
that.
though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't let them get you worked up that Walt.
Man.
So now, well, that's one of the current topics for this week. About what took place in Georgia, and I'm not 100% sure of what, because I've literally been away from the news. I only got a little piece of what happened off of social media, and somebody sent me that. But I know Jamal, you staying up there in Georgia. You probably know a little bit more about what took place.
I mean, I don't have all the facts. I'm not going to sit here and state that I do. What I will say is I don't even know, as far as this voter suppression goes, how this is even on the table. I really am trying real hard how to understand this is on, like, it's to the point now where people ain't even hiding no more. They like out in plain sight, pretty much like, yeah, this voter suppression, and what you gonna do about it? Because you can't justify some of the foolishness that's in the law that the governor signed behind closed doors earlier this week. You can't. I can't give, if my grandma's standing in line, I can't give my grandma a bottle of water so that she can make it inside the building, because she's waiting in line forever because y'all closed off the majority of the polling places.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
She can't go on Sunday. And you got politicians up here talking about, well, that's the Sabbath, but it's all kind of craziness in the United States that go on Sunday. Matter of fact, there's more than one religion that you know what I'm saying? There's more than one religion out here, and they don't all practice their business on Sunday. So what's up with that? This is the United States of America. It's not a United States of one religion. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, like, what the heck? How did we even get here to this point where you could be able to put this on the table, and these guys, these politicians, they represent us.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of the country is not going that way. How do y'all get to put that on the table and just sign some stuff behind closed doors?
Mm-hmm. And don't want you to knock.
Yeah, because you'll get hemmed up.
Yeah, what I tell you, fellas, the reason they're going to the table, see, with Georgia now, with the big election just went down with Georgia when they got those two people up there in D.C., up on Capitol Hill. See, what's going to happen is they realize people of our race is going out to vote. And then you look at Georgia with Atlanta, DeKalb County, all those areas there, down in Columbus. So you got a lot of black people in that area. So what's going to happen is when those people get together and they all go vote, whichever way they want to run the thing to go, that's how it's going to go. Like the two just went up. But what they doing is now they're throwing a monkey wrench to it. Just like right now, the man saying, if you do an absentee voting in Georgia, you got to send an ID with it. Now, we got a lot of people ain't even got IDs.
Right.
They don't even have they don't just know a driver license. They ain't even got a state certified ID. So how they going to vote? So I can't vote if I don't go get no license. But you know what they going to do? They're going to push it through. Yeah.
They don't have enough DMVs for you to go get a license. They got them people stressed out.
And see what they're doing is they want to they're going to use every tactic to get to say when they go there, they're going to get their client and whoever they want to win, they got to push them through so they ain't got to depend on Atlanta. They ain't got to depend on them people around that area to be voting. You know, hey, if I get absentee voting, I need you to put in. You do absentee voting, I need your ID. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We've been in the military 20 plus years. Some of us never had the opportunity to even do absentee vote. So what the military going to do? How you going to get their ID? You can't send a military ID to them. So how you gonna get an ID to say what state they from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the way they get us though. They throwing a monkey wrench and it gonna work out now. Trust me on this one. They'll get themselves in there.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying? It's gonna cut out. You got you got Fort Benning, you got Fort Stewart. What else? You got another base around Atlanta, right? It's another one up there. So
you talking about the signal base up there, Gordon.
Yeah.
Up there in
Gordon,
Augusta.
yeah.
So those three bases with soldiers, they're gonna pretty much get wiped out, or it's gonna be a little bit difficult for them to go through.
They're gonna change the rule. Yeah.
Well, with the absentee voting, of course it's gonna change it. And then you got to think about something in the military. I use us. I'm from Milwaukee. We from Alabama. We was in Fort Carson, so we going to absentee vote. We don't have no Carson. Most of us in the military, we get licensed in the state that we at. Whenever our license come up to be renewed, I go get a Colorado license, Tennessee license, whatever I'm stationed at. Now, when I get ready to come to Alabama and say, let me vote on this. Hey, man, you ain't even from here. How you going to vote?
Yeah.
What you mean I ain't from there? Now you need me to go get all this enlistment paper just to vote? Come on now. That's what but you ain't got people who going to fight against the cause.
But they know that they're taking taxes from you.
Yes. And they like David said, they're supposed to help us. But when they ain't getting the right people in their office, brother, they got to throw that scare to you. You see what they doing? They taking mailboxes out of certain places. You can't even drop like a mailbox you drop off at the post office. They taking them out of some community.
Right.
So we got some people we got people in our age, man, can't drive no 10 and 12 miles. They ain't got no car.
Right. You absolutely right about that, man.
Yeah. Or if you drive, they got the police sitting out there about 2 miles out saying, hey, when them guys come out of that area, they ain't got no driver license. Pull them over, then they give you a ticket and you still ain't voting.
That's a double whammy.
Yeah.
It is. It's going to turn around and bite everybody in the behind because, to keep a man down, you got to stay down with him.
Yeah.
And the same thing that's affecting us, any other person is going through, family members or whatever, going through the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's not just our grandmothers that's going to need assistance in line. It's going to be everybody else's grandmother that's going to need assistance in line. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like you said, David, they tell me you can't get a people water. Come on now.
You can't get nobody no water, no food. Mm-hmm. They done took away, you said mailboxes. They done took away, remember so here in Georgia, they had absentee ballot boxes all over the place.
Oh, no.
Because they know they did some dirty stuff during the primary where you couldn't go to the certain polls got closed down. So they put absentee ballot boxes on. They done limited it at. You can't even. They won't have that up the next election. The next couple of elections. All that stuff going away.
Wow. So if you say something, just say once again, they want an ID to go with every absentee ballot. So let's say how you gonna get a copy of the ID. Now you got to pay for a copy. Where you gonna get a copy from? You can't get a free copy at the library. You can't go to Office Max. You can't go out there to UPS store. Them people want $2 or $3. What about somebody that ain't got no money? They can't vote in America because you ain't got no money?
Right.
But I can go get a gun right quick.
Right quick,
and be on the news like these last two fools that was on the news, be on the news right quick.
Yeah.
And oh man, well he met all the requirements for the gun. Ain't that many requirements?
Yeah. Well, fella, I tell y'all, I'm one of the guys about that gun thing. I think they ought to cut it out. I've never been with gun. I was in the military 28 years. I shot weapons in the military. There's no reason you need a gun bigger than a handgun. If you go hunt, take it downtown, lock it up in one of them storage rooms, and let them give it to you when you go hunt. But right now, we ought to stop all these gun shows and all that. It's a money scandal, a big money scandal. I got a gut that went through something. Okay, you can't get it from the private, but you can go out to one of the guys who got a different kind of license. He could give you a gun even if you're a felon. So how you keep your guns off the street? You
can't.
Yeah.
It's definitely impossible. I remember years ago, man, a guy approached me about buying an M16, and he had a bunch of them in his trunk, man. Right, but it is what it is back then, And I remember also, I think that was the George Bush Gore election. Yeah, we weren't able to vote during that election because we had Georgia license.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand about the whole. I just thought you just go anywhere and just vote. They were like, okay, you got to do an absentee. Nobody told me about an absentee ballot.
And I would tell y'all
that. Did an absentee.
And I would tell you this on absentee ballot. In the military, ours the last one to get counted, if they get counted.
Right.
All you know is we mailed them in. You don't know where they went. That's why I'll be honest, it wasn't even worth mailing them in sometimes. Because it's the last one to get counted. They count military ballots when they get ready to say, oh, we're down to a last state or something. We need to see who won. Let's take some military ballots, see what they think. Yeah.
Right. And then, also I just thought about the college kids.
The same way.
Schools, one of my daughter friends, she go to Albany State, but she's from Orlando, and so all her stuff says Florida. She's a resident of Florida. She's paying out of state tuition. So she would have to do an absentee or drive to Orlando just to vote.
Yeah, during a weekday, because you can't. I mean, if they doing the same thing Georgia doing, you can't vote on Sunday. So
no, on a Tuesday, you got to vote on a Tuesday. Eventually, I see them cutting that absentee vote out altogether.
Wow.
It's just they want to see what they got. So see, they didn't cut out a lot of them when they said about this ID. Y'all gonna realize it's gonna be a lot of votes that ain't gonna get counted without that ID.
Right.
Exactly. Some people.
So let me ask y'all this: how do we fight against that? Because, for example, we're all military personnel, former military personnel. And we fought. We put our lives on the line for freedom. How do they not see that what they're doing isn't free? It isn't creating any freedom for anybody.
Right.
They don't want it to be that. They've said as much. Some of these politicians have said as much in some of the responses they've had with somebody asking them a question like, how is this right? Yeah. And somebody, one sister from Mississippi's like, well, it's the Sabbath. They don't need to be voting on the Sabbath. Everybody shouldn't vote. I thought last time I checked, it was a right of an American citizen to vote. It's not a privilege. It's a right. It's just your right to do that.
Yeah, it's an amendment right. Yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. I hope this whole thing motivates Georgia in the way that it has this past election. I like that. I was like, go Georgia. I was liking that, but hopefully, this will be some motivation for us to get involved, especially if you're a citizen of Georgia. Yeah. Go ahead and pass that ballot.
And that's what it was, Walton, with Georgia coming together as a big one and got what they wanted, got the right two people in there. Now, like you said, politicians got to find out how can we stop this?
Right.
How can we stop this this chaos? And what they're gonna do? They came up with some ways. And the man from Georgia, he the one pushing. He said he's standing 100% behind it.
You talking about Governor Kemp?
Yeah, all of them. I was up there. They was on the news yesterday. When I was in Atlanta, saying they stand 100% behind it. Said put their name. They ain't shame. Put their name and face on it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But we do need to figure out what we're gonna do. If we got to figure out how to come up with carpools to get people to the DMV to get their license. If we got to come up with ways to pick people up from work so they can get driven to the polls, something. Because this is ridiculous. It just you could just look at it and see how it just ate away at the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Act. And you just look at it and you like, damn, y'all ain't even gonna try to play this off. Y'all not even gonna
act
like y'all are not doing some evil stuff.
Right.
Wow.
I ain't even ashamed of it. That's so messed up.
The
Right.
man said, use his face and use his name. He said, you ain't got to ask nobody else. My face and my name. It's like two of them together. Two of them
Right.
together. And they up there. They're going to take somebody from up there on Capitol Hill to come down and say, hey, let's change it. But some of the people on Capitol Hill, they've been up there
Right.
so long because we never go vote to get them out of there
Get them
because
out
they're
of
not
there.
doing that
Right.
for the people.
Right. Right. So so anybody watching, if you think you got what it takes to run for office, man, please, throw your name in the hat. If you looking to run for office, you can come on this platform anytime. But we got to vet you first. But after we vet you, then you can come on here and talk about, what your policies are. There's a young man down in Central Florida. His name is Ellison. I can't remember his first name, but he's running for U.S. Senate for the state of Florida. And hopefully we'll be able to get him on in the next couple of weeks. He's running against Marco Rubio. So hopefully we'll be able to get him on in the next couple of weeks, and he can share his he can share his policies and what he's trying to do on this platform here. I got a chance to meet him a couple of years ago when we were both supporting Andrew Gillum, and we created a friendship. So hopefully we'll be able to get him on. So let me ask y'all this. And we also had a couple other things to go on last week, but we're gonna fast forward to something else. Looking at when you all first came into the military, right, and to when you got out of the military, okay, what are some of the things that you didn't have when you went in that you got that you still maintain right now? That you purposely said, I'm gonna do this even though I'm not in the military anymore. We'll start with you first, Sergeant.
Well, pretty much with me, man, it was like a character, all the character you had in the military, you bring it out because when you get out here, really in the civilian world, you're not military, but you still around a whole lot of people. Like in the military, we got people from all walks of life. You got to know how to deal with people from all around the country. And then when you get out, you just bring your character traits, and you think you want to, bring it out and tell everybody, hey, man, your word is your bond. Young lady, your word is your bond. If you say you're going to do it, let's do it. Let's do it the right way, And then what that do, because military, we go see first sergeant, major, SWAT leaders, all that. You got to be legit. You got to be, you're going to have some ain't going to do right. You already know that. You're going to have that percentage. You're going to have that 10% regardless. But if you could keep your character, keep your face value all the way through, yeah. And that's one thing I like about military. Like right now, all those guys on here, hey, face value with some good guys. Even though we came through there, you got to keep your character. You're going to meet some people you don't like, you don't get with. Some of them you wish you could knock them out, but you can't. But, you just hold on to your cash.
Man, you ain't lying.
All right. We'll go in rank order. Sergeant First Class Davis.
I mean, I'm with first on. I don't think any of us came in without character, though. I would say that I think we all came in with some character, and then Uncle Sam added to that, and it developed over the years. Because I know when I came in, I was a kid, so it developed, it grew, and I carry that with me to this day. I still, even though I probably shouldn't be trying to run no doggone well, but I'll be out here trying to run. I go to Fort Benning every other day and get out there on the track, and every now and again I see them soldiers running. I'll be like, all right, let me try to do that. But I had one time I started running. I thought I had COVID, so I had to stop. So we're gonna do this walk. But I think the values and like first I said, the character that we developed in the military. I think the just trying to do the right thing for everybody, not just who, your family or whatever, but for everybody. I think all four of us can say that. We walk in wherever we walk into, if something ain't right, we're going to say something and try to do something about it. We're going to try to fix it,
Right.
And I think we stand on that to this day, even though we are no longer in the military. So that's where I'm at. I'm co-signing the first arm right there.
All
Yeah.
right, Walt.
Yeah, man. I'm get on that bandwagon too, man. You know, you raised a certain way before you get in there, and meeting you guys, you can tell people got some good upbringing, but that military going they gonna add to
Right.
that. Yeah, they got their way of adding to that, and to this day, man, I don't, I guess one of my strongest things I took from it is a structured environment. I'm so used to that, to where and then working at a prison for so long, I like consistency, and I like structure and control, and that went well with my job, and it worked. It worked. People respect that, when they can come to you if they don't agree with you, or I mean, it don't matter, when they know that you're going to be the same every day with anyone, them and anyone else. You don't favor anybody, they're going to respect that. Like your decision, sometimes they're going to respect that. So yeah, I've taken that, and as well as the problem solving, know yourself and seek self-improvement. I've gotten to where I can make decisive decisions quickly and mean what I say, as far as leadership goes. But I'm always ready to, be corrected. You can tell me something. I mean, you got to back that up. But yeah, I stand to be corrected. So yeah, I've always taken that with me.
Okay. Well, the one thing that I still talk about to this day is the standard. You can never take away from the standard. You can always add on to it. And I've taken that everywhere I went. All the kids that I've coached over the years. This is the standard. Now, we're not going to perform less than this. We're not going to do less than this. This is the bare minimum. And we got to be the bare minimum every day. Now, we can add to it every day, but we can't take away from it. So the topic for the show today, I know we're about 27, 28 minutes into it. But the topic of the show is getting the butter from the duck. And what I mean by getting the butter from the duck, like getting the butter from the duck is, the duck got the butter, and the duck don't want to get a butter up, but you gotta go get it, and the duck gonna make you work for it, And so what that means is you putting in the hard work, like you putting in work, or it's another word we call now work, W-E-R-K, work. You putting in that
work.
Work. Now, first time coming, I believe I got that term from you, getting the butter from the duck. Because every time we get ready to go to a field, you're like, we got to go get the butter from the duck this week, And so, can you explain to people, and I want all three of y'all to be able to explain what it means in your terms of what it means by getting the butter from the duck?
Okay. Well, and when I talked to you, Pat, I thought about it, and I'll tell you with a quick synopsis real quick. In the military, we got a thing in the NCO Creed say you got to be technically proficient, correct? So when you technical, you got guys going to the board, they doing all this college and all that. That's great. We all had to do that. But where the butter come from, that duck, is when you got to go tactical. Everybody good with being in garrison, but as soon as you tell them, let's tighten that Kevlar up, get that OLB back in the day, let's get ready to go out here into the range, or we got to hit this back 40, or we got to go out there to mountain strike somewhere. Oh, man, you got more excuses than you want to have. But really, I was one of them troops. I know I told y'all, Pat. I was one of them guys that came up as young. So, I came up in 90 with the 28. I used to be a little hard-headed, but I always worked hard. Always worked hard. Didn't mind going to the field. If they select me, I'm going. Just, you already know you're probably going to get selected. So just keep your Kevlar ready. But what I said butter from duck, because what a lot of them don't realize, most promotions and most favoritism, and not favoritism, but favorable action, come from that soldier who really go out there in that field and put out. You can have a soldier get out there in that field and put out 100%. He might can't run but a mile and a half good. You probably get that man another 20, 30 seconds on that TT. Because that man making that money for us out there when I need that duck to pull that truck, I need it. So, that's where you got to go and you can work with him. Now, some gonna come holler at you and say favoritism. And 9 times out of 10, the ones who come holler at you about why he can't run, them the ones you got to be to even go to the field. Some of them can't ride on a truck. You know the profiles now. Some of them can't wear Kevlar.
Dead man profile.
Yeah. And them usually the ones I ain't want around. You got some, I used to tell them, I don't even know why you ought to pay the Army back their money every month, what you getting. That's how you run it, man. But that's pretty much what it is, and that's pretty much, I was telling y'all, like deployments. I'll just use that real quick. You go to a deployment, you come back, you might have to get right back out the door. You got some people already on deployments. They already coming up with a way how I'm gonna get out that one when we get back. How I'm gonna get out of NTC. That is where you got the butter. That where you get the butt out the duck at, because that duck gonna go regardless. You know how we go to NTC. Some of them hate to leave the Dust Bowl. Some of them don't even want to leave the Dust Bowl. Take them 3 days to draw a truck, draw a tank, draw a track or something. You got to beg them to go in.
Hey, it's Sunday because you preaching today.
That's how we have to look at it, because we got to do it. And you're gonna have a better one, but I'm off my soapboxes on David.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. Hey, before today, I had never heard that. Well, Pat said something about it this week, and I sent him a text message back with the question mark, like, "What are you talking about, man?" And he tried to explain it, but I understand where you're coming from now, so I'm with you. I'm tracking 100%.
Yeah. So the butter from the duck, and I remember the first time I went out to NTC, and it was me, and it was one of my homeboys I had went to AIT with. Davis, I know you know who he is, and so we go out there. No, not him, Becker.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we go out there, right? And man, my man, he knew what to say to everybody. Talking about fly fishing, all that. I didn't understand the language. The only language I understood was how to just put that work in. So when we went to the field, I had no issue with being out there, man. It was like, I'm from the country. I can sleep up under the stars. Done did it many times. There was no issue. But I saw my man when we got to about day 28, 29, he started breaking down. He was like, man, I don't know how long I can take it. We still had at the halfway point, And so when we was out in the field, we breaking down sometimes 2-3 times a day, and then setting up, doing perimeter and all that good stuff, man. And we break down. By day 28, my man said, listen. He said, we were the only two that were not E5 and above. He was like, man, listen. He said, I think I'm about to go to sick call, and I ain't coming back. And I was like, man, you gonna leave me out here like that? And look, the next day, my man was gone. I'm talking about he was gone, And so, like First Sergeant said, I had to tighten up my Kevlar strap, man. I had to tighten that chin strap up, and I just put my head down, and I just decided to go to work every day. There was a sergeant that I was having conflict with, and he was the one that tried to write that Article 15 that Sergeant Player came and stopped him. Yeah. And so when we got finished with that field problem, he called me over and he was like, man, you have no idea the respect level or the meter, like it just went through the roof for you. He said, not one time did you complain. Not one time did you cry or belly ache or moan like that. whatever we asked you to do, you just went out and did it, you know. And he was like, whatever you need from me, like you got it from that point on, you know. And so, you know, that's getting the butter from the duck. Like I can only control what I can control. And during that time, it was just my attitude. That's the only thing I control was my attitude. And then just putting the work in. So that's my story with the butter from the duck. So then when I got with Sargent Simmons, boy, we were rolling like, hey,
it's good to go.
Well, we were good to go then, man. We were good to go. We were good to go. So what about you, man? Because I remember when you first came to Bravo Company, you had the butter and the duck.
Man,
Bravo battery, yes, sir.
I came in with I came from Korea, you know, the Steel Battalion with a lot of energy, and oh man, and it went down fast. I don't know. I don't know what took it down to that level.
You remember the first run that you did with us?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you were calling cadence.
Yeah, I remember that.
You called us a little bit of everything, man. This is fast, y'all can run. You sorry.
Boy.
That's a lot to them.
Yeah, I came pretty motivated, man, and I got a little taste of what I was gonna be working with, and it wasn't what I was used to. It's like you kind of had to get in and prove yourself some way. At least that's what I was thinking. And some more people like Sergeant Nelson and Sergeant Whitehead and Sergeant Whitehead and
Gunny Love.
Gunny. You know, people like that hit me to some of the things that was going on. It was a little clicking up and everything. So I had to work a little harder. You know, I came in with the duck, but I had to turn for that butter. And
no doubt.
So I had some trials, and I was about to get put out the military for a moment. All the running that I was doing and cadence calling and whatnot, I messed around and went to I don't know. We flew on a C-130 out close to the border of Mexico. I don't know. It was like a desert or wherever. Like 116 degrees that day. I had to put up a GP medium regardless. And it was hot as I don't know what in there. Sleeping in my, on top of the cot, on top of everything. And that night, while I was asleep, it dropped to like 40 degrees. So I caught a cold, and the cold got infected. A cold is like an open sore. It got infected, and that affected my breathing. And I had to go to the doctor, and he was like, "You ready to get out the Army?" I said, "It don't matter to me." He was like, "Yeah, it looked like you about to go." I'm like, oh, is that bad? And he gave me the information about my breathing. I was in a bad way, and I think for another episode, I'll tell you how I overcame that, because right now it's not legal in Alabama. But I got back. It took a minute. I got back to the unit. I got back to running, and eventually it was like it never happened. I had like 3 inhalers and got rid of 2 of them, and then just kept the one to the side. And it was back to getting the butter out the duck again. I was proving myself.
Now, Bravo has some good leaders over there, man. Big Shooter was over there too, wasn't it? Oh, Gwen.
Yeah. And Chucky.
Yeah, Bravo has some good guys.
Yeah.
Alpha.
Right.
Yeah. Tell Louis. Yeah, we had, man, that cast of characters, man, I'll never forget not one of those guys. Not one. Sergeant Whitehead, Sergeant Dave, Gunny Love, Sergeant Clark, Sergeant Player.
Yeah, Sergeant Clark.
Sergeant Nelson.
Good guy.
Smoke Taylor.
What about Smoke Allen?
Garibay?
Sergeant Brown, you need to get him on here too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Sergeant Brown.
yeah,
Big Brown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sergeant Brown.
Y'all remember?
If anybody knows something, I don't remember his first name. I just know it was Sergeant. You need to get in contact with us, man. You need to come on, man.
I just remember what he would say every morning. I can't say it on here, but he'd say something every morning. He'd say the same thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Smoke Allen? You remember Smoke Allen?
I remember Smoke Allen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, them guys, that was something, man. Boy, was something serious.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man,
them some good guys, though, man. What about y'all remember Glaze?
Glaze and Mathis, Sergeant Mathis. And,
I remember Mathis.
The navigator, both of them had navigators out there.
Yeah,
the
I had the
navigators was
navigator.
big time back then. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look,
And
I
then,
got the police. I was pulling. I think it was Sergeant Mathis. He was the Como guy, right?
No, Mathis was in service back. He was a 13 series. He came on, he was up there where you get the ammo. He was in the ammo section. Colin Mattis, who used to play there. He out of Georgia.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
He was one of the first one with the navigator out there. And,
and then
Glaze got one, and then Glaze got one.
Yeah.
And then y'all fighting with that green. What's the one with the green Acura? Yeah, the green Acura. E7.
E7?
E6. Might have been E6.
Oh, man.
He used to be a drill sergeant. That wasn't Nelson.
Was that day? Sergeant Day?
One day.
It wasn't day.
Green Acura.
Green Acura.
Yeah, we had another. Yeah, man, that was we. Hey, man, 329. That was some good days.
Yeah.
Right. Wait, hold on. I got a name everybody gonna remember. I got a name everybody. When I say this name, I'm just gonna say the last name. Everybody gonna remember this. Speed.
Yeah, I was thinking about him the whole time.
What you talking about, boy?
Oh, Cornelius Speed.
Yes, sir. Command Sergeant Speed. He went up there and took over the division. The Fort Carson headquarters building. He was sergeant major up there, I think, when he left out of 329. Yeah, I ran into him when we came to Iraq. I went to Germany. I thesis from 329. Went to Germany, came over there and seen him in Balad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man,
look,
that one. I don't want to see no more. PT, I was gonna go to the gym. I said, I'm just gonna sneak up in the gym. I'm gonna go ride. Might go to the top. You remember all the bicycles was up at the top of the gym. I get up at the top, man. Guess who I see up there riding the bike? And the first thing he said, Patterson, what you doing up here? You did not want him to know your name, and he knew your name like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
He was like, Patterson, you want to do PT with me? How long your
Yeah, man. As soon
as
you said that,
he was a character.
Yeah, Speed was something else. I'm gonna give you a good one. You remember Swords? You remember Swords, probably, Walter?
Yeah.
It was a 92 Alpha. Working with. One day he come to for me. He told me, he said, "It's time to similar. I need to go to sick call." I said, "Okay, man. Now getting late. You need to do the right thing." Now he said he didn't went down there to 64th FSB, messing around with Jack them. Sergeant Major Speed caught him coming on the back part of that signal company. I'm sitting over there in front of the S&A, and all I hear somebody say, "Sergeant Simmons, get your ass out." Oh, no. And I told Schwartz, man, I ought to kill you in Evo Flavor. No, that was a good time. But he was a good sergeant major, though, man.
He was. He was, because it was a couple times that I thought I was gone, man. It was a couple times I said, "Oh, like, how did you come
now
see
he
me?"
was one who get the butt at the duck.
Oh yeah. Oh, he got it.
He got it.
In that motor pool, boy, he get butt out the duck on Friday. He say, ain't nobody going home until this get done.
Yeah.
Man, you have wives all out there at the gate hollering.
Hey. Oh man.
And look,
not play that at that gate.
Buddy Rowe that was in Rosa. He was in headquarters.
Yeah.
And he had Sergeant Major Humvee.
Yeah.
And Rosa came to me. He said, "Man, I need a motor." And it say you got one. I said, "Yeah, I got one, but it was for Sergeant Player." He said, "Man," he said, if I don't get that motor from you, Sergeant Major Speed gonna be down here every day."
Ooh.
I said, "Man, listen, I have that motor for you tomorrow."
Rosa's a good guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, David. You remember First Sergeant Connor?
Nah, I don't remember First Sergeant. I remember because I had a break in between. Like I was there for First Sergeant Hart, and then I forgot who came after him. But then I went to Korea, and when I came back, it was Captain Soltis, and then I forgot who the first song was. But the first song was awesome, and I ain't gonna say nothing else about the other guy, but the first song was awesome.
Yeah. Like you said, just better say nothing else. Well, you knew Connor then. I think he was in Charlie Battery or either I don't think he was in Bravo Battery, but he made Sergeant Major. He got a good job. He down and he went to probably retired now, but I ran into him again at Fort Bliss.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I don't think I can picture his face though.
Yeah, white guy. Yeah, good people.
Yeah.
He was cool. He was kind of cool, slender guy.
Was he the tall, slim guy?
Yeah, kind of tall, slim guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When did he get there? When did he get to 329?
I think it was there before I got there. I got there in 2000.
He probably got there like mid 2000.
Yeah, he had to get there a little before I did. But he was one of the gunners. Then he got, his head gunner. Then he made first on.
Okay.
Yeah, man. No,
so
we finna get ready to wrap it up. We just going down memory lane. And good days, man. Some good days. So First Sergeant Simmons, we definitely got to have you back on again, man. And then, hey, reach out to Jack, man. Tell Jack he got to come on, man. Reach out to Sergeant Jack. Tell Staff Sergeant Jackson to come on. Because Staff Sergeant Jackson got an interesting story, man. I don't know if he want to share it, but he got an interesting story. And from Louisiana. But that was my dog, though, man. That was my dog.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but one thing...
You want to take us out with close of business? You want to take us out for the day?
Yeah, just one thing. To all the former soldiers, veterans, and all, even the soldiers still in. Like our battle buddy right here, Walton said, "Hey, you out there was struggling with that PTSD and all that. Hey, find somebody to talk to. Have an open line of communication. Always remember, veterans, we all stand together. Just be able to talk to somebody, call somebody, have somebody on your hotline that you could call to them soldiers still serving out there. Like we talk about getting that butter out that duck. Hey, you might be that duck right now. Put that butter out, and one day you're going to be a good, successful veteran because you can be able to relate with them soldiers because you done it. Because if you're a guy not willing to do the work, how you look for the soldiers to do it. So let's continue to do it. Veterans, if you need help, let's get help. Go get if you deserve that disability, go get it. It's out there. Make sure you give it to the right people. They'll point you in the right direction. Other than that, fellas, I wish everybody have a good evening, man. And bless y'all all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. And then the number you can call if you need help, you need to talk to somebody is 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 8255 and press number 1. And you'll be able to find the help that you need. All right, fellas. It was great. Always great, seeing everybody, talking to everybody.
Right.
And then
Hey,
for
Walton,
everybody else, go ahead.
What's up?
Hey, Walton, get my number from Pat, and I holler at him. I'm right here in Montgomery.
Okay, yeah, I'm right here in Prattville.
Yeah. You too, David. Right. You over there in Columbus. I'm down here in Montgomery. You never know. We need each other, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I ain't scared to drive. You know, I work out of Anniston, so I come run up on both of y'all.
Yeah, you down there at the depot?
I'm working at the old Fort McCullough.
Yeah, okay, old Fort McCullough.